He said, I'm not in the habit of giving out money for free. I said, and I'm not in the habit of working for free.
We were sitting in the service and I leaned up toward him and I said, I've just been touched to give $1 million. So when you got up here and you said $1 million, I said, God, I don't know what you're doing, but I know I heard your voice.
You feel like you in a godly atmosphere.
Monique is not wavering in her belief that Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey were involved in her demise in Hollywood. The 56-year-old Academy Award winner revealed this shocking revelation in a heated podcast interview with Shannon Sharpe's club Shay. Her rivalry with Perry and Winfrey began in 2009. She had earlier stated that she was banned as a result of her unwillingness to give free publicity to their movie Precious and for leaving out actresses Winfrey and Perry, as well as director Lee Daniels from her 2010 Oscar speech. To put things in perspective, the film Precious debuted in theaters in 2009. Monique played Mary Lee Johnston, the violent mother of the main character. The next year, the comedian took home the Golden Globe and Academy Award for her performance in the movie Precious, but there was conflict behind the scenes involving producers Tyler, Oprah Winfrey, and Lee Daniels. Monique received an invitation to represent the movie at the Cannes Film Festival in France prior to the awards season. The comedian's appearance was not covered under her initial contract, thus she wouldn't be compensated for it. That was the rationale behind her rejection. I don't usually give out money for free, he stated. Then, I added, I don't usually work for free, but it appears Tyler Perry was prepared to provide the cash at no cost, just not to Monique. You see, Perry essentially donated $1 million for his extracurricular activities during his presentation at the Potter's House Church, which is led by the notorious Bishop Diddy and Jakes.
I didn't even know that he was trying to build this youth center. I didn't even know it, but I know how important the youth are. So we were sitting in the service and I leaned up toward him and I said, I've just been touched to give $1 million.
Regardless, Diddy and Jakes is a well-known personality in the entertainment and religious sectors who has spent a lot of time in the spotlight. His rise from modest origins to prominence as a pastor with a sizable following has been marked by a number of highs and lows, triumphs and setbacks. From modest beginnings in West Virginia, Bishop Jakes has amassed a vast empire over the years, with his church acting as the foundation of his power. He became well known as the head of Dallas, Texas's Potter's House megachurch. Jake has enthralled audiences all over the world with his captivating appearance and potent oratory abilities, spreading messages of empowerment, optimism, and faith. But attention has been drawn to more than simply his preaching. Jake's public persona has also been greatly influenced by his relationships in the entertainment world. His famous visage has extended beyond the pulpit, as he has collaborated with well-known artists in music and entertainment and made appearances on television shows and motion pictures. But popularity often brings criticism, and Jakes hasn't been spared scandal. His relationships with several people have come under scrutiny recently, especially in the hip-hop scene. Sean P. Diddy Combs, the rap mogul renowned for his impact in both music and commerce, is one such person. The peculiar partnership between these two diametrically opposed personalities has sparked a flurry of conjecture and conspiracy theories. Even though Diddy has always been involved in controversy, this most recent information gives the rapper's already contentious reputation a new dimension. A number of accusations made by a TikTok influencer are at the center of the internet controversy around these important personalities. At the center is the now viral video in which she makes accusations regarding Diddy's previous relationship with Cassie, including charges of physical and romantic abuse. Tales of wild-ass parties that Diddy supposedly hosted, where Diddy and Jakes was rumored to be a regular guest, were among the shocking discoveries. The video further fueled the flames by making reference to Diddy's late ex-girlfriend Kim Porter's hidden phone. Diddy's name was prominently displayed in the already enigmatic and speculative death. Fans were shocked by this explosive footage that went viral online, especially in light of Bishop Jakes' purported involvement in these dubious actions. Several admirers jumped into the topic as soon as news of his purported association with Diddy surfaced, with one even saying that this is just the beginning. They stated that this is only the start of what T.D. Jakes Ministries is going to experience. His closet is full with many skeletons, and the way the ministry was operated is no exception. The fact that Jake frequently attends P. Diddy's events is only the beginning. As things develop, stay tuned for more. The pastor seemed to have addressed the allegations once they were made against him and the social media outrage that ensued. Jake appeared to clear up the accusations during a recent church service that was broadcast on YouTube by using his sermon, which he believed to be wholly untrue.
Now I'm going to close with this. I ain't come to convince you or nobody, because I know who I am.
He continued, saying, "I know who I am, so I didn't come here to convince you or anybody else." That is not the point of this. You are free to consider any topic you choose. To accomplish my work, I came. I followed orders and arrived at prophecies. I arrived to hear the master congratulate his well-behaved and obedient worker. Anyway, the rage surrounding this fire has only grown more since two individuals just came forward to disclose that, throughout their formative years, the preacher inappropriately touched them. Unexpectedly, the preacher's own son was also involved in an incident that led people to be more receptive to the accusations that have been made against him. The timing of these reports couldn't be worse for him, even if he has been involved in more serious issues in the past. Dallas police records state that T.D. Jakes' son, Jermaine Donald Jakes, is a megachurch pastor in Dallas who is well known for his opinions on became involved in a contentious episode. Jermaine was supposedly detained in a lesbian sting operation at Keys Park a while back, despite his father's vocal opposition to her. Jermaine allegedly exposed himself to two male undercover vice cops in order to avoid being charged with indecent exposure. This event is definitely not consistent with the story that has been associated with his father's public persona. The arrest document states that while the police were looking into allegations of activity from a citizen, they noticed Jakes and a few other unidentified individuals parked their cars in the lot east of the park. According to the complaint, Jakes approached the detectives in a forested area with his feces visible through his unfastened pants. Jakes looked at one of the detectives and satisfied himself for a few seconds. According to the affidavit, the well-known bishop's son did not try to hide his urinal despite people jogging and walking along a nearby trail. According to court documents, Jermaine Jakes named T.D. Jakes Ministries as his place of employment, which given the circumstances most people found odd. However, Jakes was subsequently taken into custody and released at the scene. For those who might not know, T.D. Jakes is the founder of the South Dallas congregation Potter's House, which has 30,000 members. In contrast, the pastor in this tale is a strong opponent of marriage. HIV/AIDS advocates have even called him out for sabotaging efforts to avoid the disease by stigmatizing drug use and relationships. And yet here is his son, genuinely caught with his pants down in these kinds of unions. As he previously told USA Today, "I have not yet found any scriptural authority that would enable me to declare, 'I now pronounce you husband and wife on behalf of God.' The government is unsure about how to proceed with this issue. The Bible isn't." The following week, Faith Johnson, Jermaine Jakes' lawyer, released a written statement. "We are currently conducting our own inquiry into the possible claims made against Jermaine Jakes, since we are aware of them. According to the statement, we don't currently have any more comments due to an apparent government investigation. The preacher may soon have to face SIA allegations in court after one of his former mentees, Manasseh Jordan, claimed in a recent video that victims of the alleged power bottom bishop are getting ready to sue him.
Two of the offenders were not only a victim of grooming, as what I described, but of SA.
Former Bishop T.D. Jakes' mentee Manasseh Jordan said he was beaten by the well-known Dallas preacher, but he has spoken with other victims who have come forward. It's no secret that Manasseh Jordan, as seen in the picture flying about with Diddy's head resting on the shoulders of the Black Pope, most likely once put his head upon Bishop T.D. Jakes' shoulders. Manasseh appears to have finally managed to get away from the enemy and is now using his position to assist more victims. Manasseh talked about the new victims that have come forward against Bishop T.D. Jakes in a video that he posted on December 30. Manasseh stated in the video, "I heard from 2 other victims that experienced the same thing that I experienced just recently. It's just a lot to talk about. 2 other victims that went through the same thing as me just told me today that it's simply too much to talk about." Manasseh claims that Bishop T.D. Jakes allegedly assaulted 2 victims with whom he communicated. In another segment of the film, Manasseh claimed that the 2 victims he met with discussed the G, which Bishop T.D. Jakes was purportedly responsible for. He claimed the victims informed him that they had also allegedly been abused by Bishop Jakes. But of essay from the same that openly opposing gay people is one thing, it's one thing for your son to be entangled in the exact web you detest. But it's quite another to find yourself embroiled in the very narratives you so fearlessly oppose, particularly when there's a clear and present danger that it could result in a protracted court dispute. Many people were moved by Manasseh's video, and many of them used social media to discuss his revelation about the preacher. Someone commented, "I think if he had spoken any longer, Manasseh would have burst into tears. He was so close. He can claim not to be a victim. He was either a victim himself, in my opinion, or very nearly was. Depressing. I have personally saw and experienced this," said another who was more preoccupied with the individuals who were standing with the accused attacker. "I got chills at his collapse. We need to break the magic that enchants followers to worship these men and women as gods." That's all I have to say about this video. Those who worship these people as gods ought to be broken. That's all for this video, people. Goodbye.